Hello everyone, and welcome to my presentation on promoting open access. My name is Miranda King-Andrews, and I'm the new academic librarian here at Metropolis University. Today I'm going to be discussing the topic of academic publishing, specifically academic research and scholarship. As you know, most academic work is published as an academic journal article, book, or in thesis form, and is generally issued through a traditional subscription-based scholarly journal. I'll be making a case for open access publishing by advocating to make scholarly literature more widely available for all without barriers. There are options available to you, as well as benefits associated with these options when you publish open access. Hopefully you'll persuade some of the faculty and graduate students here to publish in open access journals going forward. First off, let's take a look at the agenda we'll be working with today, beginning with definitions, where I'll broadly define common terminology and concepts associated with open access, as well as two of the most common publishing models. Next, I'm going to go into some of the significant advantages and address some potential concerns associated with publishing open access. Moving on to findings, where I'll provide some solutions to the raised concerns and discuss some statistics associated with open access. Following with recommendations, where I will offer insights to strengthen the mission of the university through academic publishing. Lastly, a conclusion where I will tie up all the main points and open the floor to comments and questions. Definitions. What is open access? Key terms and models. Let's get started by defining open access. Open access is access to scholarly work that is free of cost and permission barriers. The concept includes open access journals and open access archives. Furthermore, publications are available to all without reuse restrictions and most frequently shared in a digital format. Next, on to key terms and some of the available open access models. There's the Gold OA, where an author publishes their work in an open access journal with immediate access once published. Next, there's the Green OA. Here, an author publishes their work in any journal and also deposits it into a repository that is free to use. There might be a delay in the access depending on the policy the publisher has. There's also self-archiving, which is the act of an author depositing a publication online free for everyone to use. APC stands for Article Processing Charge, which is the fee associated with publishing an article. Lastly, there's the hybrid journal, which is a subscription-based journal which also has some open access content. Advantages: recognition of work, increased readership, public good. There are many advantages to publishing in an open access journal, not only for the user, but most importantly, the researchers. There's recognition of scholarly work. Visibility of content garners more attention and citation counts, which sustain over more prolonged periods. The increase in readership. More exposure to research allows for knowledge to be built upon globally, which can influence policy worldwide. Also, it's a public good. Digital information is a non-rival good and undiminished by consumption and should be accessible to the public. Lifelong learning is more important than ever. Institutions such as universities promote the spread of knowledge through education. Publishing open access expands the reach of educational resources needed to reach out not only to researchers, but dedicated lifelong learners as well. Concerns: lack of quality control, misinformation, intellectual ownership. As with any movement of change, there are associated concerns which I hope to address and provide solutions for. Lack of quality control. Academia fears a shift towards open access publishing because it will mean less effective peer review models, which will damage the prestigious reputation of certain journals. Misinformation. With the rise of misinformation in the era of increased circulation of digital information, there's an advent of fraudulent information in academic publishing. Next, intellectual ownership. Authors are reluctant to publish in OA journals due to the desire for adequate acknowledgement and intellectual ownership over their work. Lastly, fees, which sometimes fall to the responsibility of the author. Findings, solutions, statistics. Many of the disadvantages with open access also have notable solutions. Lack of quality control is partially a myth. Open access journals do maintain a high standard of peer review. Looking at the review policies from some of the largest publishers details the peer review process, such as Wiley's peer review policy. On to misinformation. Fact-checking and verification and increased vetting of predatory journals are a problem through the world of online publishing, in closed access journals and open access. However, it is through education and advocacy that information can be validated. For intellectual ownership, the copyright holder can waive some rights and retain others, consenting to open access while reserving the right to block the distribution of unauthorized copies is to the author's power. Lastly, fees. Usually, the APC is paid by the employer or research grant, relieving the financial burden of the researcher. Looking at this graph of academic disciplines, we can see there are varying attitudes towards publishing in open access journals. In the well-funded STEM fields such as medicine, we see the most open access content, which uses the gold OA model, to the earth sciences, which uses the most green OA access. In this quote by the European Commission from Horizon 2020, they say, nowadays it is widely recognized that making research results more accessible contributes to better and more efficient science and to innovation in the public and private sectors. So, an increase in open access publishing has more benefits in the long term with minor initial short-term investments. Recommendations: mission, participation, collaboration. Moving forward, our mission at Metropolis University should be simple. By making all published articles that are free to access and download for researchers, it increases readership, which assists researchers become more discoverable online, which ultimately benefits the graduate student researcher and the more established faculty as well. Online cloud or citation counts help establish faculty who are seeking tenure, promotion, and possibly research grants. Also, many open access journals are new and publish fresh content on interesting topics, which leads to further innovation in academia. Some key benefits and takeaways on open access are that it promotes participation, which leads to innovation, is a substantial investment, which ultimately fosters collaboration. This improved access to research for everyone results in more participation, collaboration, and recognition for their institution. More available data can be analyzed, which results in uncovering new trends in research, which benefits everyone, from the researcher level to the user. Conclusion: why publish open access? Increased OA scholarship will result in more theoretical debate and deeper engagement on scholarship within academia and the public. More access to scholarly literature enables engagement with content, which generates recognition and acknowledgement of authors as significant contributors to research on current issues. Open access is the first step in developing a model that will have a positive impact both within academia and outside of it. So in conclusion, thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope I have given you some useful information about open access to help inform your decisions about your own publishing practices. I look forward to your comments, questions, and ideas about how we can promote open access going forward.